G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Bordeaux Supercoach. Today we're going to be doing the round 16 review, so let's refresh this to see how we did. As you can see, we've got 270, which is top 1% for the round, so this is by far our best round of the season. Obviously 1.5k for the round. I think our previous best ranking was like top 10, 11%, so yeah, it's good to finally have a really nice solid round for the first time pretty much this season. Obviously, our overall rank as well is down to 44k, so it's gone up 12,000 spots this week, which is pretty good. So the buy rounds have actually not been too bad compared to the rest of the season. I think we were ranked like 60 something thousand at the start, so we've improved about 20,000 spots in the buy rounds, which is good to see. So hopefully we can continue to do alright in the run home. Maybe we can crack the top 20,000 by the end of the season. Who knows? But yeah, obviously we probably shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves as our team is still pretty bad. But yeah, I guess it's good to have a really good week for once. So let's get into the team. Um, Ended up changing up my trades a fair bit this week due to injury news, so I ended up trading out Sherry because he's out for a few weeks with a fractured jaw and his role's gone anyway. So I was like, you know what, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I may as well just get rid of him, get someone else who will probably score just as well as him and will be a whole lot cheaper. So I ended up getting in Parker, Day, and Ashcroft, and all three of them went quite well. Obviously, Parker 120, Will Day 110 and Will Ashcroft 140, so very good trades this week. And yeah, it was a very high scoring week across the board. Obviously, a lot of huge scores this week. Obviously, Dacos was my captain. LDU, Sheasel went huge. What else was there? Oh, obviously Ashcroft, and then there was also Butters, and there's probably a couple more that I didn't have as well, but yeah, just good across the board. All of my midfield primos turned up, and also my defender primos that were playing this week, they all turned up. Obviously, Luke Jackson just had another solid game. She's all went huge. The only things that were disappointing was my forward line primos, other than Sheasel and Horn Francis. You had Petrarca 59, Williams 67, and Rankin 38. So yeah, that was pretty disappointing. If they had all done well, I could have been in for an absolutely huge one, even bigger than what I already got. But look, you can't complain too much. But yeah, this is obviously the finished team. If we just move things back into position for the non-buy rounds, yeah, this is what the team's looking like. Obviously, look, it could be worse. I actually went through and did calculations. If every single player in my team scores what they're averaging so far for the rest of the season, and I get a captain score of about 130 per week, then I think I should be able to get about, I think it was almost 2.5k per week. Let me just double check. I had it on my calculator here. 2490.3 is what I'll get every week if all of these players score what they're averaging for the season so far. So, look, obviously it's not what I would have liked. I mean, Dan Houston, Josh Roll, Sam Walsh, even like Finn Callahan, Rankin, Williams, like it's far from perfect, but I think it should be able to do alright in the back end. Hopefully get me into the top 20,000. I think that's probably, I reckon, the aim for the rest of the season, crack the top 20k. But yeah, in terms of captains and vice captains for this week, who am I gonna do? I think probably do like Geelong, Brisbane. What have we got? Max Holmes. I feel like there's better options. I reckon Will Ashcroft might get tagged by Mullen this week, so probably won't go him. Sydney Doggies, obviously you got Heaney and Bonds, pretty safe options, but I don't know if either of them are going to go huge, so I don't know. Could do Heaney, we'll see. And then West Coast Adelaide, there's not really anyone there. Hawthorn Melbourne, I don't think Max Gawn will go huge against Hawthorn. GWS Freo, I actually think Luke Jackson's a pretty good shout, to be honest. Yeah, I think he should do well against Briggs. Or is Briggs even still playing? Like, or I think what's the other bloke, like Madden or something? Who is their actual ruck? Yeah, it's still Briggs actually. So yeah, I think Luke Jackson should do quite well against him. Um, and then I reckon I'll probably just chuck the C on Dacos again. I think Gold Coast have been a pretty good matchup for mids this season in terms of Supercoach. So, and obviously Dacos has hit a pretty good run of form the last few weeks. I think his 3 round average is 140. So yeah, he's gone huge the past few weeks, obviously, or actually more the past 2 weeks, back to back 150. So yeah, I think I'm happy to go Jackson into Dacos, and apart from that, there's not really much else to do, as obviously there's no more trades to be made. Obviously, I'm saving these last two for injuries, as there will probably be a couple more injuries. But yeah, I think I'm happy to just go with this for this week. Yeah, fingers crossed the team can do alright. Obviously, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, hopefully have a good week. Yeah, I think the videos are going to be a lot shorter from here on out because yeah, there's just no trades left to be done. There's just basically captains and vice captains for the rest of the year. So um, yeah, there's not really much left for me to do this year, to be honest. So I just got to kind of sit back and hope that this team does well. So yeah, I guess thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next week.